Hello, for this assignment I chose Gary Becker. He is a famous social economist. Gary Becker's early years. He was born in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, but later moved to New York for his elementary and high school years. He grew to love politics and justice from a young age due to the many lively discussions he had with his family. His father lost his sight when he was a young boy and gave him the job of reading stock quotations and other financial developments to him. This might have sprung his interest in economics. Becker went to Princeton University. He actually accidentally took a class on economics his freshman year and kind of fell in love with the subject. It had both social issues and mathematics, both things that he was really interested in. He later went on to graduate school at the University of Chicago. This is where he met Milton Friedman, a very big role in his economics career. He was a big influence to him. Once he graduated graduate school, he was appointed a professor at the University of Chicago. That was only for 3 years when he went on to Columbia University and the National Bureau of Economics Research in Manhattan. This is where he wrote articles on irrational behavior and crime and punishment. He later returned to the University of Chicago, where he had a renewed interest in developing the theoretical model for the role of special interest groups, but he kind of just focused on family stuff. This is where he wrote his book, Treatise on the Family. In 1957 is when he wrote his book on discrimination, The Economics of Discrimination. This is a very hot topic that a lot of people didn't talk about at that time. Becker was an economist, who lived and thought about the real world, how we earn money, how we learn, how we live, and how our local environment impacts us. He had a hard time gaining respect from other economists because they didn't believe that these issues were real issues for economics. But, they later came on board with him. He did win the Nobel Prize in 1992. I loved this quote, "Economy is the art of making most of life." Becker had many influences, like we said. Milton Friedman, that was a big influence of his, who he met whenever he went to college at the University of Chicago. T.W. Schultz, Aaron Director, L.J. Savage. These are all people that played a very big role in his learning and in his economics career. So the big thing is human capital. Human capital is the collective skills, knowledge, or other intangible assets of individuals that can be used to create economic value for their individuals, their employer, or their community. He had the very early developments of the human capital theory. Theorized that any action that improves individual productivity in the future should be seen as an investment in human capital, such as education or training. These are all human capital things that we do to help us in the future, just like us going to school right now. This is investing in ourselves for the future. So this played a role in healthcare in many ways. Healthcare expenditures, the idea that good diet and exercise protects your body and helps your body to move forward and continue to live. It affected healthcare economics because it promoted preventative care. So preventative care is going to the doctor and getting your checkups even when you're not sick. This helps people maintain their health. It helps people catch things before it's too bad. So this is a very big thing for the healthcare field because you want people to be taking advantage of those preventative care measurements. And that is what Becker promoted. He promoted health as human capital. So our health is human capital. It allows us to move forward in our life. It allows us a tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.